If you're feeling overwhelmed by your physical space, or maybe just your life in general, I have some great news that I want to share with you. You can actually change it today. My name's Catherine and I make videos to help you live a happier life with minimalism, wellness and sustainability content. Make sure you subscribe so we can try and nail life together. Today I'm going to show you 10 actionable steps that you can take to help clear your space and your mind to help enhance your life for the better, or as it's better known as, minimalism. I started practicing minimalism 4 years ago and my life has completely changed for the better. I have more time, more money, better relationships, and I wholeheartedly want the same for you. And that's what brings me here today. If you're fairly new to the concept of minimalism, you've probably got an idea in your head of people walking around with all of their items in a backpack, but that's not what it has to be for you. Minimalism generally means that you are reducing the items in your life to help create this clarity and ease, and hopefully to relieve yourself of stress, spending money on unnecessary things, and spending your time on things that you don't really need to, that don't necessarily bring you joy. As minimalism is so different for each person, let's get into the 10 action steps so you can figure out what minimalism looks like for you and how you can achieve it today. So the first thing that you're going to need to do in order to become a minimalist is to define what minimalism means to you. So the best way to do this is to grab yourself a pen and paper, and I want you to answer these questions. What does minimalism look like to you? Perhaps it means clean, white, empty spaces, or maybe it means just having one of everything in the home. Or if it isn't to do with aesthetically pleasing surroundings, maybe it's just having more time and less stress. The next question is, why do you want to be a minimalist? Once you've written down these 2 points and found out your answers, you're on your way to figuring out how you want to move forward with this. Minimalism looks so different to each person, and that's the best part about it. You can customize this lifestyle to suit the vision that you see in your mind, to achieve the goals that you want personally without worrying about what anyone else is doing. So all you need to do is define it and visualize, because your why is going to be the thing that drives you through your journey. Step number 2 to think about before becoming a minimalist is to evaluate who and where you spend your time. The reason you want to think about this is because you need to look at the people and the things that you surround yourself with and really think about, is this what I imagine? Is this what minimalism looks like to me? Maybe you've realized recently that you have a lot of toxic people in your life. I am a firm believer, and me and my friends say this to each other all the time, but you should only have people in your life that make you feel good. So many of us have relationships where actually they're draining, and you can never be a minimalist while you allow these kind of relationships to happen. Are the people that are around you inspiring? Are they doing what you want to do? Do they help guide you and make you be your best self? Or are you hanging around with the kind of people that actually hold you back from your full potential, or even bad influences on your behavior? We've all had those friends. Number 3 is stop comparing yourself. Comparison is bad. Take this time to actually discover what brings joy to you, not what brings joy to anyone else. So yeah, Olivia just went and bought a brand new Mercedes, and now all of a sudden you feel like you need a brand new Mercedes and your life's not good enough. Maybe it's because I didn't work hard enough that one time. And you know, I don't have the money, but I do have a credit card, so let me just use that so I can fit in with everyone else. What I'm trying to say is take a step back from the rat race and try and ignore trends for a little while, just while you are trying to work out what actually makes you happy. And you know what? Because of the way we live, this might be quite difficult. Maybe you've taken a step back and you're like, well, I don't know what I like anymore. Take this moment to sit and think, what was the last thing that made me smile? What are my dreams? What gives me that excited feeling in my belly when I think about it? Sometimes it's just really easy to get stuck in our cycle and just gunning for that latest purchase that we actually forget what's really important to us. My favourite thing to do is, again, grab that piece of paper and a pen and write down all of those things that give you that excited feeling in your tummy. Then you can start to work out things that you can stop doing, things that you can let go of, and things that you can stop spending on to help you do those things that give you that feeling in your stomach. Reassess where you are in your life right now, and is that really what you want? Is that going to give you the life that you desire, that you told yourself that you wanted back in action step number 1? Number 4 is the most fun one, I think, and that is start saying no to things and start saying yes to adventures and experiences. Start to think about how you can stop buying people things and think about, well, what do they like? How can I benefit this person without dumping things onto them? Obviously, if someone needs something and has asked you for it, then that makes complete sense because it's going to enhance their lives. But otherwise, make memories that someone is going to remember for the rest of their lives. And the best part is, once you start setting that expectation with your family members and friends, they're going to start doing it for you because they're going to be like, actually, that was such a nice gift. Maybe I'm going to give them a spa day. Maybe I should take them for a meal. I say this with veganism and I say it with minimalism. The best thing to do is to lead by example. And I think by saying no to gifts and saying yes to fun, you're going to really start to pave the way for yourself to be much happier. Number 5 is to find some inspiration and get that mantra that you love to keep you going through the hard times. Inspiration can be found in many different forms. You know, maybe you could watch some more of my videos or even read books, listen to podcasts. I will put all of my favourite ones down below, but having those kind of things in your mind are going to really help you keep going and keep you thinking about that why. I've mentioned before in my Declutter My Wardrobe video that I absolutely love the Minimalists, and I'm really inspired by Marie Kondo. Another great resource is Pinterest. Start making that dream board that you've always wanted to create and start making your dream board a reality. Get those images of houses that you've always wanted your house to look like and start building it around you. Number 6 for minimalism, and I think this one's quite often overlooked because a lot of people, when they think of minimalism, they're just thinking about physical items all the time. But I think assessing your social activity, both in person and online, is absolutely crucial to be a minimalist, because so many of us spend so much time with people that either make us feel unhappy, we waste loads of time on social media, when really we could be either bettering relationships with people or actually cutting out the people that really bring us down. I plan on doing a digital minimalism video in the future where I'll talk about how you can minimize on your social media space, how to make it more refreshing, so definitely make sure that you're subscribed for that one when it comes up. Number 7, it's time to get down to it. Next, we need to start decluttering our items. Just know that it's not going to happen all at once. It's going to take time, and don't do it all at once because my gosh, you're going to be overwhelmed if you do. Minimalism is a form of self-care, so let this be a therapeutic process for you. Rome wasn't built in a day, so just take your time and slowly get through those items. Number 8, and this is my favorite one because it saves us lots of money, and that is breaking the buying habit. One way that people often break this straight away when going into minimalism is they've seen loads of pictures of people's minimalist items in their house, but is it minimalism if you're swapping out what you already have for new things? If you already know me, you know that I am really passionate about sustainability. Minimalism also means that I'm going to use what I have, thrift new things, swap things, and borrow things from friends and family. Make this worthwhile. So start saving that cash and look after the world and look after the people that are harmed by overconsumption. Number 9, I kind of touched on this one in point 7, but this is focus on one category at a time. If you've seen my previous minimalism videos, you will see that I've been doing the KonMari method, where I've been breaking it into the 5 categories because it's not too overwhelming, and because she has the method of bringing all of the items of the same category out, you tend to get it done a lot faster. And the final step that I want to share with you today is, I don't know if you're going to like this one, repeat the process again As humans, we are constantly growing and developing and learning, and our tastes change over time, situations change, and it's the same with minimalism. Minimalism is a lifestyle. It's not something that you can just do one-off. You're going to have to revisit all of these steps again and make sure that everything around you still aligns with your values. It's also a really nice way to remind yourself, because after a while we can slip back into bad habits. Never stop listening to what your gut tells you, because it is telling you what you need. It's helping you be the best version of yourself. And that concludes my 10 steps to minimalism and how to be a minimalist. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it brought some value to you. If you have any additional tips to share with the viewers, then please leave a comment below. I absolutely love hearing about your experiences with minimalism and how it's changed your life. I know it's definitely changed mine for the better. Thank you so much for watching this until the end. I will see you next week in the next video on Sunday. Bye!